this kind of tribalism deeply hurts the American people, and we do it ourselves, not just the politicians. So I would simply say to everybody watching, the person that's getting hurt here is you. Because whether or not the vaccine was good or bad, if we had come together to demand proper safety testing for this vaccine, which we were told they had, but in truth, they pushed it through an emergency use loophole.
Dude, that vaccine was fucking safe. You know how many fucking shots got put out in that vaccine? You know what I'm saying? You know how many fucking people got that vaccine? Like, my God, the number of people that got that vaccine is fucking insane, right? And the amount of people that have been wounded by it is tiny, bro. How many lives that vaccine saved? Like tens of millions, okay? Like this, which is for them to still be doing this shit, you know what I mean, is ridiculous.
And it's been known now that the NIH was studying people who were injured during the vaccine trials as they're rolling out these vaccines. So
because you needed it. Okay, like, there were going to be some injuries, you fucking idiot, okay? In an emergency, when millions of people are dying, you don't know what you're up against, you crank out a vaccine, is it going to be perfect? No. But you know what? 7 million people fucking died, okay? That number could have been 14, maybe 20 million if we waited for your perfectly fucking safe vaccine, okay? It's like... A. These people are idiots. It's like they expect like, oh shit, dude, they should be getting down on their hands and knees and thanking fucking stars for the people that have been doing mRNA research for 40 fucking years to be able to pull this shit off, right? But they're still sitting here giving the fucking jerk off about the fucking these anti-vaxxing twats.
To bring it home, the hypocrisy is hurting the American people in every way possible, from
shut up.
every angle possible.
Amen.
And if we stop engaging with it and think about who is manipulating this.
Who's manipulating this? What deep state person planned the virus, released it, created this vaccine to like mind control you, and now you can stick a spoon on your neck and you can walk around and levitate. Dude, they are. Well said. These people are fucking idiots.
It's to our detriment, so don't buy into it.
That's totally...
Sorry to interrupt you, but I would just say, even if your political opponents are making a claim and you want to just automatically disbelieve anything they're saying, just for yourself, do the due diligence and look into it. And look into it in good faith. Because they might be accurate, they might be making a good point, they might be full of crap, you never know.
Petroleum-based food dyes, fluoride in the water. Do some homework, it's your body.
Or celebrities in spirit cooking.
Exactly.
Or the most recent example is tariffs. You know, Democrats were for it once upon a time, and now they hate it so much.
Video after video of them saying...
Nancy Pelosi praising to the heavens the virtue of tariffs. And Bernie's...
Dude, some tariffs are good if they're protecting a fucking native industry. Nobody's doubting that, you fucking ignoramuses.
Sanders was in favor of tariffs, but all of a sudden it's like the worst thing in the world.
Protectionism was a left-wing issue for like most of political history.
The thing is, Trump derangement syndrome.
I've said this so many times to reporters, and nobody like takes it up on me. I'm like, when did Republicans ever run on health and win? That's just never been a thing that we've ever had any.
No, he ran on tariffs. Like that was tariffs and immigration. Those are the two things that he repeated in every speech and every public.
No. What I mean to say is that health has always been a Democrat issue.
True.
Obamacare was all health care, and Republicans were always stuck in this, horrible position of having to say like, well, I support pharma and I support the healthcare companies while, all these horrible stories are coming out. It is not politically popular to do so. And then suddenly through this merger with RFK and MAGA, which by the way, I would, even as a MAGA guy, I'll say this, MAGA is the number one political movement in America right now, currently. It is the number one. It's just true. So that's just an accurate statement. And so you have this ability to flank to the left on healthcare. So Republicans ran to the left of Democrats on healthcare, which is like,
and it's not just that.
Dude, Republicans did not run to the left of Democrats on healthcare. Like, this guy is living in a fantasy land. They ran to the fucking loony bin on healthcare, to the fucking anti-vax, non-doctor heroin addict, mercury poison brainworm dude putting on a tinfoil hat and standing too close to the fucking microwave saying, you know, I've got this feeling about why the children are sick. And, oh, yeah, I go and do some heroin. Oh, yeah, once I did heroin, I went to the top of my class. Right? Right? Dude, now that I'm doing heroin, I'm a straight A student. Dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I do him well. Oh, can I scrunch you, darling? Dude, this is 𝗤𝗄𝗪𝗧𝗏𝗪. He's a fucking white supremacist idiot.
You know what I think a big part of it is, and Jillian, you can probably speak to this. The left went so the opposite way, where it's like, yeah, you can be 400 pounds and you're really healthy and you're beautiful.
The more
it's
obese,
like,
the better.
Eventually, it's going to flip back the other side, and the party of common sense is going to come in and say, well, hey, maybe it's not super healthy to be 400 pounds. And
Dude, nobody said you're fucking healthy at 400 pounds, right? These people are fucking idiots. It's hard to listen to this shit, okay? All we say is we're not going to shame you for being 400 pounds, okay? Some people are just going to be 400 pounds. You know what I mean? I mean, you saw it even with Jillian's show, which I hated, by the way, that show, Biggest Loser. I never watched it because I didn't like the premise. Okay, the premise was like social shaming of people with weight issues. And what did they even discover with Jillian's show? They would like beat the shit out of these people, over exercise them, grind them, fucking starve them to lose weight. And the minute those people stopped doing that shit, the minute those people stopped like abusing themselves, the weight came right back. Because some people are just fucking big, okay? They did. Because some people are just genetically predisposed to be big. That doesn't mean that being unnecessarily big is like healthy, but not everybody's gonna be physically healthy, okay? Nor do they have to be. I mean, it would be nice if they could be, but you don't have to fucking shame people. And some people who genetically are predisposed to be bigger, like, shaming them is not gonna make them smaller, right? Making people skinny doesn't make them healthy either, because there are a lot of skinny fucking people who have heart attacks and shit. Dude, I know people my age who are more fit than me who fucking had a heart attack after going to the fucking gym, right? And then me, who's, you know, less in shape, I go and have my battery of tests and I am in perfect fucking health. So you just can't judge by the physique and all that. You know, and the way you carry fat, or the way you know, like pack on pounds and shit, you know?
to tell everyone that big is beautiful and health at any size.
Did you
right?
hear what RFK Jr. said during the congressional hearing in response to the Democratic members of Congress who were lambasting him? He said, I actually managed to get food dye out in like a few days. What have you guys been doing?
Dude, he hasn't managed to get food dye out in a few days because at the end of the day, they're not going to add regulations. They're not going to have an agency that's monitoring what food companies do. So what is actually happening? Okay, what is right? He can say, hey, we remove food dye. Okay, great. And then they just don't put shit on the label, or they rename red dye 40 becomes, you know, caramel flavoring extract, right? They just rename that shit. But if you don't have regulations and an agency policing the food companies, they haven't done shit. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.